Assalamu alaikum students. So today we will learn how to make the histological section of the spinal cord. So you understand that the spinal cord is the part of the central nervous system, and it consists of the gray matter and the white matter. In the spinal cord, the gray matter lies in the center while the white matter lies in the peripheral part. The spinal cord, it consists of gray matter and the white matter. Surrounding the spinal cord are the three meningeal layers and the spaces. The first layer is the dura mater, the second layer is the pia mater, and then the subarachnoid matter, and then the pia mater. This pia mater is adherent to the surface of the spinal cord, while between the pia and arachnoid matter is the subarachnoid space, in which are present the trabeculae, the blood vessels, and the CSF. Between the arachnoid matter and the dura mater lies the subdural space. Now here subdural space is appearing wider, but it is actually an artifact due to the preparation of the slide. This space, the arachnoid matter, has been retracted from the dura mater, so that's why the space is appearing. Otherwise, the pia mater, the arachnoid matter, is near the dura mater, so there is a potential space, potential subdural space, and outside the dura mater lies the fat and the blood vessels in the epidural space. So outside this dura mater lies the epidural space, and then the bone, the foramen, the bone of the foramen of vertebra, vertebral foramen. Okay, so starting with the histology of the spinal cord, you can see the central part. In the central part lies the gray matter, which consists of the neuronal cell bodies, their dendrites, the initial part of axons, and the neuroglial cells, supporting cells, neuroglial supporting cells. Now the gray matter consists of, it is a butterfly shaped area. You can see the butterfly shaped area, which is united, wings of the butterfly, and it is united in the center by central gray matter, in which is present also the spinal canal. Now the wings of the butterfly, it consists of horns. This is the anterior horn, while this is the posterior horn. There is another horn in certain regions of the spinal cord, which is known as lateral horn. The spinal cord, it is indented interiorly by the anterior median fissure and posteriorly by the posterior median sulcus. You can see here it is divided into two parts, the right and left side, and the gray matter and the white matter. Now how to draw it? So this is the section representing the mid-thoracic region, and you know that in this region the motor neurons as well as the sensory neurons, they are less in number, because there is no much innervation, sensory innervation or motor innervation. But the lateral horn, they are well developed, because sympathetic outflow arises from here. It is well developed. So lateral horn is well developed in this part, mid-thoracic region. So the anterior horn, it consists of motor neurons. They are multipolar neurons. They are large ones, multipolar neurons, having larger cell bodies and nuclei with nucleolus, prominent nucleolus, and their cell bodies have got Nissl substance, due to which they appear purplish. So I will show you a picture here of the multipolar cells. You can see here, these are the multipolar cells, and with You can see their dendrites also, dendrites, and Nissl bodies. Nissl bodies are the condensation of the rough endoplasmic reticulum and the ribosomes, which is known as Nissl substance. So this is present in the cell bodies of the neurons, and this is here you can see the nucleus, vesicular nucleus with prominent nucleoli. Some of the cells, they are not showing the nucleus because it is cut in such a profile that nucleus is not visible. So present in between these multipolar cells in the gray matter, also appearing certain nuclei. These are the nuclei of the neuroglial supporting cells, that is the astrocytes and the protoplasmic astrocytes and the microglial cells. So these are the supporting cells. So white matter, now we come to the white matter. So white matter is divisible into three parts: the posterior white column, the lateral white column, and the anterior anterolateral white column and the posterior white column. So here you can see, so this white column consists of white matter, and you know that white matter consists of the axons of the neurons, which are coming out and going inside from here, and the tracts which are going upward or downward, and the neuroglial cells, supporting cells. So what kind of neuroglial cells are present in the white matter? In the spinal cord. Yes, these are the oligodendrocytes which produce myelin sheath around the axons. Now here I will show you that how you will draw these axons. In the axons, you can see here, this is the axon. This dark dot is the axon, while this lighter area around and a space around is the myelin, which is washed out. So you have to draw the white matter like that. So it's very simple. Spinal cord, how to make a histological section of spinal cord is very simple. You just have to draw the gray matter like that, and neurons in it, and the white matter like this. So draw all here white matter like this, and the supporting cells, which are the oligodendrocytes. So this is the same picture with the different stain, that is the Cahal method of staining with silver impregnation. You can see here the axons. Now these are the axons which are forming the tracts, while some of the axons, they are coming out from the multipolar neurons and they are going outside to form the anterior root, and then from the posterior horn the sensory root. So here you can see the axons going out and the axons in the tracts. Okay, so we have drawn the outline of the spinal cord. You can see here with some lighter shade, and this is the H-shaped or butterfly-shaped gray area, while the surrounding it is the white matter. Now we will make the nuclei of the multipolar cells here. The cell bodies of the multipolar cells, because they contain Nissl substance, and they will appear triangular and dark in color. So these are the cell bodies containing the Nissl substance, multipolar neurons. Okay, some neurons here. and some in the lateral horns. Some in the posterior horn. So we have drawn the gray matter, the multipolar and the various neurons, and then we will draw the nuclei of the microglial cells throughout the gray matter. And I have colored the gray matter to show the axons going out from the gray matter, and once they are out from the gray matter, they become myelinated. This is the central canal, which is lined by the cuboidal epithelium, that is the ependymal epithelium. And it is filled with CSF. Now the peripheral part, the white matter, how will you make the white matter? Okay, so the pia matter is adherent to the spinal cord. It is adherent to the spinal cord, and then lies the arachnoid matter, so this is the subarachnoid space, which will contain the trabecula, it contains the trabecula and the blood vessels. So outside this pia matter lies the dura matter, tough sheet of dura matter, and we will make it of dark color. Tough sheet of dura matter. The subarachnoid space is a potential, the subdural space is a potential space. So we will make dura matter like that, tough sheet of dura matter outside the subarachnoid matter. Now we will draw the white matter. So as I have told you, white matter consists of axons, and axons we will draw with the hematoxylin like a dot, eosin pencil like a dot, and around a dot we will make a circle showing the presence of the so many axons, bundles of axons forming the tracts. So you will fill up all the white matter with these axons like that. Now I will show you the final picture in a while. Okay, so here is the complete picture of the spinal cord. So you can see the gray matter and the white matter. In the white matter, you can see the various nuclei. These are nuclei of the mostly of the oligodendrocytes, but some astrocytes and microglial cells are also there. And in the gray matter lies the neurons and the neuroglial cells, and these are the meninges which are covering the dura mater and the pia mater, then subarachnoid space, and then the pia mater, which is adherent to the surface of the spinal cord. So this is the histological section of spinal cord you have to draw, and this is very easy one to make. Thank you so much.